incorrectly, you can get data corruption, or it just won't work. No such thing in FireWire. There's no such thing as terminators where you can throw them away. And no dip switches in FireWire. In SCSI, you've got to set all these little switches just right, or it doesn't work. None of this in FireWire. All automatic. And so, if you like this, if you like these big, thick cables, and if you like the terminators, and if you like setting switches, well, that's okay. Because you can buy a SCSI card and put it in your new PowerMac G3. But if you don't want to do any of that stuff, you can use FireWire. Nice thin cable, everything's automatic, it's much faster. And so, as an example, Sony licensed FireWire from Apple several years ago and has made it the standard for digital video inside the digital camcorders. There's a FireWire connector on over 4 million digital camcorders today, over half of them in Japan. It is the industry standard for digital video. And it is being adopted by more and more personal computer devices and consumer electronics devices. So let me give you an example of how this stuff works. I have some FireWire devices over here. First of all, I have a Kodak digital camera. Like most digital cameras, most high-end digital cameras, it has a FireWire jack here that I can just plug right in to my new PowerMac G3. I've got a box that Sony sells that has analog video in and FireWire out, so that I can get analog video in and out through FireWire by this very inexpensive box from Sony. I've got a magneto-optical drive by Yano, which is shipping next month, so I can store up to 500 megabytes of removable magneto-optical storage with a FireWire interface. But one of the most exciting things is video. And I've got a video camera here with a FireWire jack on it, and I'll just show you how this works. I've just got some FireWire cables here, and it's very easy. You just literally, the power's on, I've got a PowerMac G3 and the camera, they're both turned on, and when I plug this in, FireWire will take a few seconds to automatically configure itself, figure out what's going on, and put the video on the screen. So let me just do that. So I've plugged it in, and in a few seconds I should come up here. There I am, right there. I'm on. And what I can do is I can just unplug it, right? It stops. I plug it back in, like this. A few seconds later, I should be live again. There I am. Unplug it, right? Very simple. So let me plug it back in again. And so now I've got some video here, but FireWire is more than just a point-to-point interconnection. It's a bus, which means I can plug multiple devices together on the same FireWire. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take that same FireWire and I'm going to plug it into a second G3, which is up here. And I'm going to feed both of them with the same signal off the FireWire from the digital camera. So here I am right here now, and I'm going to plug in my second one right now, and it's going to take about 3 seconds to reconfigure, and hopefully in 3 seconds I'm up on both. There I am. And now I'll unplug it, and it'll freeze, but now here I am over here again on this one, right? I'll plug it back in, and in a few seconds I should be up on both. Okay. Whoops. So, let me quit out of this application. And let me show you one last thing. One of the things that our customers do a lot in the publishing and design market is they have such large files that they use external hard disk drives as sneaker nets to carry giant files between computers in the same office or between computers in different offices across town, or even taking them on airplanes to different cities. Right? Have you ever done that? A lot of people do that. And it's a pain, because you've got to have a big hard drive, you've got to plug it in for power, etc. No more. And of course, you have to turn your computer off before you plug it in, and you have to turn your computer off before you unplug it, right? No more. This is a new 4 gigabyte drive that will be shipped next month. It has 2 FireWire ports on it. It fits in your pocket. And not only does it communicate with FireWire, but FireWire from the computer has power on it. So it's powered by the FireWire. So watch this. I'll take my FireWire here, and I will plug it into the disk drive. Like this. The disk drive is starting to spin up now. And in a second, there we go. Okay? And let me go ahead and launch some data off it. I've got a QuickTime movie on here, so let me go ahead and launch that. It's coming off the hard drive. It's been one week to look at me. Try to the size that I'm hungry. 5 days to laugh to me. Then get back together, come back and see me. 3 days in the living room. I realized it's all my fault, I couldn't tell you. Now, I'll unplug it. I'll unplug this, and as soon as the QuickTime buffer fills out, it'll stop. Okay? So, this is a small example of some of the dozens of FireWire devices that are coming on the market now and very soon. And we are extremely excited about FireWire. Now, once you get video into the computer, you'd like to edit it. And Apple is going to be coming out with some really cool video editing software in the next few months called Final Cut. And we are demoing that out in our booth, and I would invite you to take a look.